Good morning, we are McGlone News. I'm Kat.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Ananiah. And I'm David.
Today we are going to talk about John Lewis. During 1963 March on Washington, Lewis was the youngest individual to give a speech. Sadly, he passed away on July 17, 2020. John Lewis got arrested more than 20 times in his protesting it.
Lewis devoted his life fighting for equality for all Americans. He served in the United States Congress for more than 30 years, and he was one of the last living leaders in the civil rights movement. He marched beside Martin Luther King in the 1960s.
John Lewis used what he learned to promote activism among generations of young people. Lewis was also one of the organizers of the March on Washington in 1963. That's where King made his I Have a Dream speech.
Luis dedicó a luchar por igualdad de todos los estadounidenses. Sirvió en el Congreso de los Estados Unidos durante más de 30 años y fue uno de los últimos líderes vivos del movimiento de derechos civilizados. Marchó junto al gran Martin Luther King Jr. en la década de 1960 y usó lo que aprendió para promover activismo en jóvenes como tú y yo. Luis también fue uno de los organizadores de la marcha en Washington en 1963. Ahí fue donde King dio su discurso Tengo un sueño.
Strange fruit hanging from trees in the night, swaying in the wind, symbols the ending of life. Picture your mother dead just for trying to vote. Inside the done you feel so we dying of hope. They seen us being killed, they tighten the rope. The more and more we spoke out, the higher we'll go. We say this world is better, things happen to bring back time. They tried to knock us down at that, we would go run and hide. Actions I made in life results in crime me. Let me tell you about someone who was willing to die for me. Someone who fought for rights to get equality and peace. They said to preach the word, man, I'ma speak on reality. John Lewis, a real figure in this movement. Black lives matter, to this day we still use it. Born in Alabama, 1940 in the segregation. He worked the field, some we don't know about in this generation. To make a living in this country, all the problems facing. He was a black man who beat the odds with education. Such a reason we as blacks are go enjoy vacation. To tell a story from his face, his life we start to trace it. They tried to wipe us out, and that fact we never lose it. He protests for rights to eat together as one unit. He wanted us to be one whole. I see a black and white diverse class in front of my eyes, so yeah, we reached that goal. And at that time, blacks and whites, we couldn't ride together. Lewis decided that wasn't gonna be life forever. John Lewis is of the famous 13, who wrote a bus of black and whites, cause Dr. King had a dream. A freedom rider, a leader with respect. Arrested over 20 times, equity at his best. Equity at his best. Crazy how activists get thrown in jail. For some non-violent acts, we gotta hold a cell. But they can beat us down and shoot us 16 times in the back. Go to court and people barely want to acknowledge that. I understand people see it from a certain view. Put you in my shoes, what happens when it's down to you?
We still gotta ride for freedom. Let us ride. John Lewis taught us to fight for our rights.
1965, Lewis marched for the right to vote. He led 600 people in an event that makes one clear throat. Stay true, but just wouldn't let him pass. On his knees, he prayed with others. Need y'all to listen, class. Told him to disperse, so when they didn't, they put on their masks. Started attacking protesters with everything they had. Lewis ran, police caught him, and they beat him down. Fractured his skull, cause his skin was brown. Bloody Sunday. Couple months later, August 6th, voting rights became enacted, and I just can't resist. Thinking John Lewis himself was paying on that day. No longer to the system anymore, we be as slaves. Because of him, African Americans have more life. He gave a chance to go and score on life. And I say thank you for fighting for the future and the lives today. Man of pride, hero who paved the way. John
Still
Lewis.
gotta ride
John Lewis.
for freedom.
John Lewis.
Let us ride. John Lewis taught us to fight for our rights.
Young people behind the Iron Curtain would see Selma and eventually tear down that wall. Young people in Soweto would hear Bobby Kennedy talk about ripples of hope and eventually banish the scourge of apartheid. Young people in Burma went to prison rather than submit to military rule. They saw what John Lewis had done.
What I like about John Lewis is that he had his whole entire life he was doing activism for colored people, not only colored people, but Latinos and like other people. And he dedicated his life for that, just for you and me. What do you think, David?
I like when John Lewis made his own life dangerous to help other people like Mexicans, blacks, and whites. What do you like about John Lewis?
What I like about John Lewis is that he got hurt and just to make equal rights. Like, I'm really grateful for him.
What I like about John Lewis is how he fought for everyone's equal rights, and how he marched aside Martin Luther King Jr., and I think that was very brave of him. Thank you for watching this podcast. We hope you like it. Bye.